Stop. Before we go any further, ask yourself one question. How much money did you lose last year because of a single language barrier?
Welcome back to The Good Start. I'm Amelia, and I'm thrilled to be here with you for our final episode in this masterclass series. Last week, we built your confidence with techniques like the shadowing technique and low-stakes practice. But before we dive deeper, are you ready to uncover an invisible skill that can multiply your value in the job market? Stay tuned. This discovery is worth the whole series. But today we take it up a notch. We're going to show you how to take your English fluency and turn it into career gold.
That's right. If you've been following along, you've already developed the persistence and confidence to speak English. But now, we're going to talk about how to use that fluency to increase your income and unlock career opportunities that might have once felt out of reach.
Imagine this. Two professionals, both responsible for managing projects. One speaks only their native language, and the other is fluent in English. Let's say both are equally skilled at their jobs. The difference? The bilingual professional earns on average 20 to 25% more and has access to a wider range of international projects. But why is that? What is it about English that gives some people such an advantage?
The simple answer, access. English is the gateway to global markets, international teams, and worldwide opportunities. Being bilingual can give you the power to negotiate higher salaries, land remote roles, and network on an entirely different scale. Today, we're going to show you exactly how to harness your English proficiency to earn more and create opportunities for yourself.
But before we dive into the money-making strategies, let's take a moment to evaluate your English skills. You've learned persistence and confidence. But do you know exactly where you stand in your language journey?
That's where the fluency audit comes in. This is how we assess your current level of English proficiency and convert that into a tangible career asset. What you might not realize yet is that beyond mere proficiency, there is a technique that can turn your English skills into a magnet for opportunities. We'll reveal it very soon. First, let's review how you can measure your skills using the CEFR framework, the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages.
CEFR ranks language skills from A1, beginner, to C2, mastery. But it's not enough to know your level. You need to convert that level into a language value statement that makes you stand out to employers. But let's make this actionable. Forget the B2 label. Let's talk about the strategic application. Think of two job candidates with the same B2 certificate. One just lists English B2 on their CV. The other writes B2 English proficiency, enabling seamless coordination of cross-functional teams and translating complex client needs into actionable project steps. Which one do you think gets the interview?
That's the key. For our listeners at home, take your current job title, project manager, engineer, marketing specialist, and write one sentence where your English skill solves a problem for your employer. This is how you negotiate a 20% raise, by proving your language skill is a strategic asset, not a soft skill.
Exactly. So let's say you're at a B2 level, upper intermediate. This means you can handle professional conversations, understand complex emails, and present ideas clearly. But how do you showcase this? You can add to your resume, fluent in English, B2 CEFR, with demonstrated experience in managing cross-border projects, leading international meetings, and presenting to multinational clients. See how that doesn't just say B2? It shows your potential employer how your English skills will help the team. If you're at C1 or C2, you can add Advanced English Proficiency, C1 CEFR, specializing in written and verbal communication for managing diverse teams, negotiating contracts, and delivering high-impact presentations globally.
This isn't just about showing that you know English. It's about showing how that knowledge translates into value for your role and how it can help the business thrive. You want to demonstrate that your language skills are a strategic asset, not just a nice-to-have. Now, let's talk about the next big step, interviews. You've put in the work to develop fluency, but can you handle that pressure in a real interview? Let's put it to the test.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, Amelia, imagine you're in an interview and I ask you, tell me about a time when you handled a significant conflict within your team.
Well, in my previous role, we had a team project where two members had opposing views. It created a lot of tension. I decided to step in and facilitate a meeting where I encouraged everyone to express their concerns. After hearing both sides, I helped the team find a compromise that worked for everyone. The result was that we finished the project on time and strengthened the team's collaboration.
That's great, but how would you say your English skills helped in that scenario? How do you handle these types of situations in an international or English-speaking environment? That's an excellent response, Amelia. However, in our global, fast-paced environment, conflict is inevitable. I'm going to push you a little on this. What if the compromise you reached actually failed 3 months later? What would be your immediate corrective action? And could you describe that action using 3 different verb tenses to demonstrate your precision under pressure?
That's a very insightful question. Thank you for challenging me on that. My immediate corrective action would first be to analyze why the initial compromise failed. I would schedule a series of one-on-one follow-up meetings, would schedule, simple future. I have learned that conflict often reemerges if the root cause isn't solved. Have learned, present perfect. My corrective action will be to implement a new documented communication protocol. Will be, future. On the English proficiency is vital here because precision in communication prevents misinterpretation when stakes are high.
Perfect. Notice how Amelia didn't just overcomplicate her answer. She managed the high-pressure situation, demonstrating her ability to think clearly and use precise English. That is the difference between a good interview and a job-winning interview. But mastering an interview is no longer enough to stand out. In our next episode, discover how emotional intelligence in English can land you the dream job. And it's much more than just words.
Exactly. I kept it simple, but I communicated the value I bring with my English skills. You've built a solid base today. But the real question is, how do you remain irreplaceable in an age where artificial intelligence is redefining key skills? Stay connected. Our next series will unveil the secrets to staying ahead. Okay, so you've got the skills and you know how to showcase them. But what about networking? How do you take that fluency and start making real connections in your industry? That's where the 5-minute professional outreach comes in.
In today's world, networking is crucial, but it doesn't have to be complicated. You can reach out to professionals, recruiters, and industry leaders in just 5 minutes. Example: Hi, name. I admire your work on project/topic, and I'd love to connect and learn more about your experience in specific area. The key is offering value, not asking for something right away. Let's make this 5-minute professional outreach a quick mental exercise. We're going to craft a template together. Start with a specific compliment. Hi, name. I truly admire your recent work on specific campaign project. Now, add a point of connection. I'm also passionate about shared industry trend topic, and your insights on specific article post really resonated with me. Finally, a low-pressure request. I'd be honored to connect and follow your future work in this space. Your name. That's it. It's concise. It's respectful. It's a 5-minute investment with a potentially huge return.
This 5-minute outreach isn't just about LinkedIn contacts. It's about building your global English blueprint. Every connection you make in English is a potential job lead, a potential mentor, or a potential client. You're not just practicing your language skills. You are actively investing in your financial future.
To sum up, today we've shown you how to take your fluency in English and turn it into real opportunities. You've learned how to evaluate your skills with the fluency audit, how to present your English as a valuable asset with the language value statement, and how to build a powerful professional network with the 5-minute outreach.
It's all about turning those systems we've built in previous episodes into results, higher income, better opportunities, and global connections. Remember, You're no longer just a language learner. You are a global communicator. And that opens doors everywhere. But there is still one final mountain to climb. Now that you have the skills, the confidence, and the strategy, how do you ensure that you don't get replaced by the next wave of technology? Next week, we launch our new series, The AI Fluency Leap, revealing the 3 essential skills you need to lead, not be led, in the age of artificial intelligence.
Remember, the next step is crucial. Subscribe now for our exclusive series, The AI Fluency Leap, where you'll learn the 3 essential skills to lead in this new digital world. You won't want to miss it. And one last thing before you go, please like, comment, and share this episode.
We're Amelia and Lucas. Speak up, express yourself. See you next time.
Like and subscribe.